welcome back to my channel. So I hope you're having a great day so far. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a requested video from one of you guys. You requested that you wanted to see a tutorial using the Morphe 35F palette. So that is exactly what I did today. So this is what the palette looks like. It is absolutely stunning. This was in my 5 favorite fall palettes video, which I will link down below in the description bar. But basically I love this palette because it has such an incredible mixture of warm tones, cool tones, golds, browns, burgundies, and it has this whole row of mattes right here that I think you could use interchangeably with any of the more shimmery glitter eyeshadows. So I came up with this look today, which is very, I feel like fall appropriate, I feel like year-round appropriate. But I just really like the way it turned out. I think it's really pretty, bronzy, and just, it's a good look, I think, for as little as every day or for a special occasion or something like that. So yeah. So I'm also excited to do this video because Morphe has just launched at Ulta, which is super exciting. You can shop them online or in stores. I think they're bringing it to like 300 stores, maybe. That may not be right though. So that's super exciting. It's so exciting to see a brand grow so much from just being like an online store and also having their own like flagship store in California to being sold at a huge beauty distributor. So congrats to Morphe. And I know this palette is already live on Ulta's website, so if you don't have it and you are liking either the look I'm wearing or you're liking the look of the palette, the colors in here, it's super pretty. So I think it's so worth it for the price, like $20 for 35 eyeshadows. That's a really good deal. So this is the last video I'm going to be doing before Halloween. I kind of touch on why I didn't do any of those like a Halloween video in my tutorial, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, have a happy Halloween, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay everyone, so let's go ahead and get started with this look. I'm going to start by using my NYX Angel Veil Primer. I don't think I've ever mentioned this in the video, but I'm currently growing out my eyebrows. So if you look at them and you're like, that's because I'm growing them out. So next I'm going in with foundation, and I'm going to use a foundation I haven't used in a long time. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I love the Pro Matte and I love the Pro Glow very much. Like, they're both definitely my holy grail drugstore foundations. And this one I remember getting when it first came out. I used it a couple times and then I never used it again. So I don't remember if, obviously I didn't love it that much, but I don't know, sometimes I stop using stuff for weird reasons. So maybe it was really good, I don't remember. If I can also remember, this foundation has a very silicone-y feel. So I'm going to try to apply it with a beauty sponge, but I might have to switch to my Artiste brush if it's going to be one of those really thick silicone-y foundations. I just find that the brush sometimes will apply that a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and take, do you guys kind of see what I mean? It's very thick. I'm going to, like, okay, do you guys kind of see what I'm saying? It's very whipped. I'm going to kind of apply this on my face with my finger and then blend it in with a sponge and see how that works. I need the coverage today because I am breaking out like crazy. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with my eye base. Basically I like doing this next because I don't like powdering my face and then putting an eye base on, blending it out, and then having like a weird powder cream blending going on right here on my eye. So I just go ahead and take care of that before I powder my face. And I have been loving my Laura Mercier Eye Basics in the shade Wheat. This is just my go-to eye base. The reason I like this so much is, one, because it's really easy to apply and blend out. And two, because for those days when I'm in a really big hurry and I don't have time to spend very long on my makeup and I just want a little something to make it look like I have something on my eyes and not just, you know, a naked eye with mascara. I don't really like that look very much. This is really great because it is colored. It's not the color of my skin tone. It's a little bit darker. So it does kind of give your eye a little bit of a, you know, nice tint to it, which, like I said, I really like. I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Fairest. I really like this concealer. My only complaint about it is that on me it creases pretty fast. So I do have to kind of blend it out and set it immediately. But other than that, it's really pretty. I like that they have a shade that's light enough for me to highlight my under eye area with. A lot of shades, the lightest, or a lot of brands, their lightest concealer shade is my skin tone, so it never really looks highlighted on me. Alright, and then taking that powder on my sponge and setting the under eye. I also like to set the sides of my nose. And right here, that crease, because that is where I tend to crease throughout the day, is right there if I don't set it. So I'm going to go and set the rest of my face using the exact same powder. And I'm going to try using my sponge to set the rest of my face because I really love the way this sponge just like, oh, okay, this is going to do anything. Alright, done and done. Happy Halloween, guys. What are you guys dressing up? Are you guys going out trick-or-treating? I don't know. I'm not trick-or-treating. I'm too old for that, but my family is having a little Halloween party. We always do, and I'll be there with my boyfriend, and we're having some neighbors over. But yeah, I'll probably do some sort of Halloween makeup, but I don't know how crazy I'll get. I did a skull last year, and it actually turned out pretty good. Let me see if I can find the picture on my phone, and I'll show you guys. The reason I didn't do a Halloween makeup thing this year, I'm just not, I haven't practiced enough to feel comfortable teaching anyone how to do it. But this is like totally scary. Well, I mean, it's kind of a stupid picture. And I had blonde hair, but this is what it turned out. Whoop! This is what it looked like last year. And I got that sweater from H&M, or the sweatshirt. I think it looks pretty good. Next with the tutorial, I'm gonna go in with my favorite contouring powder. This is the Makeup Geek Cool Contour Pan. It's called Breakup. And I'm gonna take this Kat Von D, the shade part of the Shade and Light brush. I'm just going to very lightly contour my face. I always like contouring and bronzing before I do my actual eyeshadow. Before I move on to my eyes, I should say, because I just feel like I look so like flat and just not cute without a contour, and I need to, it just looks kind of scary to leave my face just powdered without any sort of color on it, so I need to add a little bit of something to my face. So now I'm gonna do my brows off camera, or I'll do them on camera but like speed it up or something, because I don't know, I don't find brows very interesting to watch people do. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the eyes. So I'm going to do that little thing I always do where I kind of stamp a line of powder just to help keep everything in like a singular shape so that nothing is kind of goes beyond this. It just helps me a lot. It's kind of like using tape, but it looks so much less harsh. As I mentioned in my introduction, I am going to be using the Morphe 35F palette today because it was I mentioned it in my top 5 favorite palettes for fall, and someone commented they wanted a tutorial with it. So I thought, you know what? I had nothing else planned to film today, so I might as well. So this is for you, subscriber. So yeah, I kind of will briefly just touch on why I like this palette. I like that it has all these mattes right here. There's just, what is it, 7 mattes. So yeah, I just really like that because you can use all these colors interchangeably with any of the more shimmery shades in the palette. I like that it has a good mixture of gold, burgundies, cool tones, warm tones, whites, like over here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. So as always, I'm going to initially go in with my NYX number 16 brush, which is my all-time favorite blending brush. Well, at first, my all-time favorite initial blending brush, like that first transition shade brush. So let's go in with, okay, so I'm going to start with this shade right here, this like peachy, really, really light tone color. Now granted, since I already have that darker base on, everything's already going to look pretty colored, if that makes sense. So these initial transition shades aren't going to do too much, but it really will help with blending later on. I'm going to go in with the shade right next to it, which is a little bit darker, and I'm going to use that kind of in the same area, maybe a little bit farther down. Maybe like push it into my eye socket a little bit more, if that makes sense. Just to get a more precise application of that shade, because I don't want it to just be everywhere. So I'm going to take my little Wet n Wild flat shader brush that I absolutely love, and I feel like I use this all the time. And I'm going to spray it with a little bit of setting spray. And I'm going to pick up this shade right here. Second row, all the way to the right on that brush. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm going to tap off the excess, and then to get the most punch and have it stick a little in my eye a little bit better, I'm going to spray it again with some setting spray. And I'm going to apply this to my eye. Oh! That is stunning! Do you guys see how pretty that is? I love it. On a side note, do you guys hear how windy? I bet you guys can't hear how windy this here, but it is incredibly windy. I am not mad about it though, because I'm so ready for those nice fall, those blustery fall days. I love fall. Like I mentioned, it's my favorite season. Absolutely. I think it's so fun. So now that both my eyes are at the same step, we are going to deepen up our crease a little bit. So I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is a Morphe M433 brush. It's a little bit dirty, but same color family, so I'm not going to be mad about it. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is a little bit more cool toned, but I think it'll add a nice touch to the eye. And I'm going to apply this in my crease area. And just to give it a more precise, like I did earlier, I'm going to kind of press it into my socket and just kind of wiggle it back and forth to give it a very precise application. And I'm taking this all the way into the inner corner, but I'm starting on the outer corner, so that's where I want it to deposit the most color. And then I will bring it into the inner corner once it has less color on it, so it's not so dark on the inner corner. I'm just going to blend everything out. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this little e.l.f. Smudge brush. That's actually what it's called. And I'm just going to start basically in the same order I did all of my eyeshadow earlier. So starting with that peachy shade, I'm just going to take this all over my under eye area. Starting on the outer corner and going in. This probably won't make too much of a difference because it's so close to my skin tone. You probably won't be able to see it, but it always helps with blending. So next, I took the shade right next to it. And I'm going to apply this probably to the whole under eye area as well. Now I'm going to go in with that darker brown, which is right, yeah, like that. I'm taking this on the outer corner of the eye. I'm just going to blend this out now. It looks so pretty, I love it. So now I'm gonna go back to my face and I'm going to bronze using my little mini Hoola bronzer that I have. Cute. Yes. I'm just going to work that into the sides of my forehead. To give a little bit of life to my face. I'm looking like a zombie at the moment. So next for blush, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre blush in the shade the Princess Daiquiris, which kind of, as you guys can see, gradients from like really like a cream color to a pink. I just thought it'd be really pretty, like kind of neutral blush to go with this look. I've never been one that likes my blush to be like the star of the show. Alright, now let's go ahead and highlight the face. I'm going to use my Sundipped Glow Kit from Anastasia, and I'm going to use the shade Summer right here. I'm going to start by highlighting my inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone. I love that, like a brown, like a bronzy smoky eye with a really pretty inner corner highlight. I love that, that's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going in with the highlight on my cheekbone, so the same shade, Summer. I'm just going to start over here. Okay, so my battery died, but I highlighted the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. And I have this weird line of foundation on my lips. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And this is also the spray I've been using to wet my brushes the whole video, if you were wondering. Okay, so I'm going to curl my eyelashes with my Revlon Lash Curler. And then I'm going to apply my Maybelline, the Falsies Volume Express Waterproof Mascara, which is definitely one of my favorite mascaras, period, but definitely a favorite at the drugstore. I also really like the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. That one's so good. I just ran out of that one. Or either dried up. It has a very dry formula, so I think it just dried up, so. So then for lips, I'm taking Kylie Cosmetics Lip Liner in the shade Candy K, just to line the outside of my lips. I'm going to go with one of my favorite nude lipsticks. This is Rimmel Moisture Renew Lipstick in the shade 710 First Class Nude. Ooh. Look how pretty that is. Oh! Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I'm looking extremely pale right now. I promise I'm not this pale in real life. I think it's just the lighting. Maybe I am this pale. I don't know. So anyway, happy Halloween, guys. Have a great night. Have a nice, safe night. Have fun dressing up, handing out candy, whatever you're planning on doing. Not handing out candy, staying inside and watching Netflix, watching Stranger Things, because that is coming out very soon, and I'm very excited about that. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
I met this